2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. By the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
On 1st down at Stafford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing is Wilson. Shakes off the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Second and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Hey, let's get some
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now a play fake it at Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's the first catch of the game for Cup, and he's got a 1st down.
So defensively here, you've got Matt Stafford at quarterback. Now, we know he's been in the league a long time, but still getting accustomed to playing in a Rams uniform. So what's your biggest key to stopping it?
Well, normally you would say with any quarterback, it's pressure. Number of hits on him in the pocket, keep knocking him to the ground. But Matthew Stafford is one of the toughest quarterbacks in the league. He just keeps picking himself up and firing downfield. To me, it's that coverage of receivers, and when they go to make a catch, make sure you have someone there trying to make a play on the football.
Second and 10.
Out of the gun, Stafford powers through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
They go play action now. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
Dances by him. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And Tyler Higbee just keeps getting better and better as a receiver. Makes a nice grab there for a first down. In his 6th season now, all with the Rams, 6'6", 255. And we saw Matthew Stafford like working with T.J. Hockenson the last couple of years. He's going to love working with Tyler Higbee.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers.
His second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Stafford now to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
And a good grab there by Cooper Kupp. Picks up a first down for the Rams. And Kupp's gone over the 90 reception mark each of the last 2 years. One of the best route runners, one of the most precise route runners in the NFL. He's really going to help his new quarterback, Matthew Stafford.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This one to the left to Higbee. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give running right is Akers.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Watch the twins. 12. Teams the mic. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Mike 14. Mike 14. Silver.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Mike 7. Mike 7. I'm coming for you, Mom. Check safety. Check safety. Hey, alert.
Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Shift. Show it.
They run it with Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down and 8.
Get that ball.
Mike 7.
Let's go, D.
Mike 7.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this one is incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Switch.
On third down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Myers can. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back.
Now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
See if they can do it here.
Second and 8.
Now a give right side. Akers. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll go again here with Akers.
Gets around him, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Akers.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods.
It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the counter, this is Akers.
A beautiful fake. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They run the counter. Akers. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give, right side. Akers, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
At the Seahawks 46-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
You get blocked, me. You get blocked, me. You get blocked, me.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. Akers, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to throw. Stafford. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Akers. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Wiggles, touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Seahawks 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Mike 14, Mike 14. Hey, me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And some room to maneuver. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now it's Stafford. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for L.A., they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.